so Mecha will be extremely helpful in kind of making them think you could kill them, but not able to do so. And it looks like Earthshaker has picked up Dagger. Necrolite is going to be teleporting bottom to kind of prolong, not really defend, just make prolong enough for so his teammate can come in. The only comparison where Mecha is worse than a Vanguard is that when you get completely chased on the death, where you aren't even able to activate your mecha. That's when Vanguard's a little bit better. But it's highly unlikely a Necrolite will be changed on death. Ravage is gonna go down. Everyone focus on the wrong target. Enigma blinks into a fissure. That's a very unfortunate, quite unlucky there. And a little bit of again over aggression coming from Nirvana at this point. I think the Sentinel team should back off at this point. They lost Necrolite. Earthshaker coming in with the what a nice ultimate, killing off the Sven in one shot, and they're probably gonna go for the Tide. No, they're not gonna go for the Tide. They lost to a hero and getting only they got Witch Doctor and Lion in return. But these two heroes, you kind of they're not too valuable at this point of the game. Your Enigma and Sven is a lot more valuable than a Witch Doctor and a Lion. So I can't say that was the best of exchange for Nirvana China, but it's not a game-breaking exchange. Not in favor of them. A little bit of kill count. It's 16-16 in 16-16. Completely tied up. Tower counts, I think, the Sentinel is a little bit ahead. Yeah, Sentinel is ahead. They do have two more towers compared to the Scourge, but somehow I do feel the Scourge is a little bit winning. Perhaps because they have the better mid game hero, and also because DGC has not picked up his BKB yet. Did Yafet pick up his BKB? Yeah, Yafet has a good farm. Let me pull down the menu so you guys can see the farm. 123 on Yafet, and that's pretty much it of the farming story. Zoe has 78, not bad. Necrolite has 80, and Earthshaker with 65. Rasa with 80. So you don't really see Earthshaker with that much farm, and as a result, Earthshaker already have Dagger, Necrolite, Vanguard, Hood, Rasa going towards the BKB. Yasha on Nirvana Zone. Nirvana Zone needs to be careful. Or not Nirvana. That is not Nirvana Zone. That is just a replicate. So going back to looking at items, Yasha on the Morphling, Blink BKB on Yafet. So he's gonna work towards his Mantis Hour pretty soon, and then DGC going for his own BKB. So both teams haven't really finished out their core items for the most part. Other than an Earthshaker, a lot of people still need to farm a lot more. But I think slowly and surely the game will turn into the favor of Nirvana, because I think at this point it's probably when the mid game advantage of Nirvana will just kick in with their BKB and whatnot coming into effect and whatnot. So not too sure how the Scourge will cope. Scourge will retaliate by pushing, because they could do just that. They have a great tank just sitting in front, which is this Necrolite, and they will have Rasa doing a lot of DPS through the wards. They just got a free tower without any challenge coming from the Scourge, and looks like I hope my computer isn't lagging this huge team fight here. Looks like they're gonna go Hexy. Tie Hunter is gonna take a lot of damage. Let's see if they're gonna be Finger and Yafet ultimate coming in, not doing a lot of damage on everything, but they're gonna pick off the Witch Doctor, which is a good catch. This Witch Doctor is gonna be healing a lot. It looks like they're gonna focus on Rasa. Nice ultimate coming from the Earthshaker, singling out that Enigma without letting him get the black hole, which is everything here. Sven trying to get the hell out, but he's a little bit surrounded here. Let's see. A little bit changed on kind of a wrong side of the fissure, and they're gonna go for the Earthshaker. Keep in mind that Morphling has bought back, so he spent a lot of gold that was not going into his Mantis out. One thing I like to point out about Nirvana China is that they do save up, or they have no fear about buying back. Like when they die, they just buy back and then come back and get a kill. I'm not sure that's all too worth it, but they definitely did stop a push with that buyback, and that definitely killed a hero with that buyback. So Nirvana China has been having a fairly good buyback decisions, which is pretty good. Other than that one Yafet buyback on the bottom lane, that was a little bit questionable because they didn't get any kills out of that, but they probably defended their tower because of the Yafet buyback. So we can't fault him all too much either. All this time we do see the Sven finding himself a blink dagger, so now this Sven will become slightly more useful if he could single out a stun from a witch doctor, a line, or the Rasa before the Rasa BKBs. That is going to be huge, but whether he could do so is another question here. Rasa does have his BKB at this point. He still is holding to that Aegis, so look for the Rasa being a little bit more aggressive than usual, especially during pushes, to make the enemy team focus all the spells on the Rasa. So in a game, like if you're playing a game, especially when you have an Aegis, generally just run forward and draw up the first barrage of spells. You generally need to have faith in your teammate to kind of use that kind of strategy, but in these kind of pro games, that's more or less the standard play. Rasa is probably going to go for a blink dagger of his own. Don't let this point booster fool you. Generally, pro players like to go for point booster for that tiny bit of extra mana and HP, and then go back for the more versatile blink dagger. And I think the Scourge, Scourge is looking forward to do some push before the Aegis runs out. Aegis runs out in 10 minutes, so might as well use it before you lose it. And I think it's Rasa Ward's off cooldown. Rasa Ward's is off cooldown. Finger of Death has like about 20 more seconds to go. But I think when the fight goes on, it will be okay. My god, Aga Scepter and Necrolite. Wow, it's the first time I'm seeing that in a pro game. Not too bad, not too bad. Definitely ultimate going on Yafid. Let's see if they can kill Yafid. Yes, kill Yafid before he even BKB. Ultimate is going to be casted on the 2 heroes here. 3 heroes cast on Black Hole, but again, without the damage coming in from Yafid, they cannot do anything. So that's really good initiation coming in from Earthshaker. Earthshaker, really textbook initiation throughout the whole game. Just so far single-handedly carrying his team without because of those really good team fights from that Earthshaker. Really well played so far. So Aga Scepter on the Necrolite, what it allows you to do is that you can actually kill a hero outright even before they're like reaching their half HP mark. It will just improve the kill range on his Reaper Scythe, which I mean pretty important considering what is Nirvana so doing. He is just being more aggressive than he should, but he is gonna be picking up the Aegis, so he should be careful. I don't think he should waveform in again. Let's see if he's gonna do so. No, he's gonna more. What is Nirvana Zo doing? Oh my god, this is what I mean with that over-aggression. Let's see if they can kill the Rasa. I don't think they could even kill the Rasa. Yeah, no, they can't. BKB is popped, though, so at least they did force that out of him. Yafid is coming in back alive, so that was a little bit of a misplay from Nirvana Zo again. Again, over-aggression. Blink ultimate, not enough. Another miss raise from Yafid. Wow, again, very uncharacteristic play from Yafid here, missing 2 rays now to the game. Generally, he misses 0 in the entire, like, 60-minute game, but he already missed 2 so far. It's only 30 minutes in, and it looks like the Enigma will be picked off once again here. So really sloppy play from Nirvana China, quite uncharacteristic. The reason why the Nevermore ulti, despite like standing pinpoint right next to an enemy hero, why that didn't do any damage is because he didn't have a lot of soul charge left over, so it wasn't too effective. And ooh, did you see that? Wow. I guess Yaffa was like 200 gold short for Manta style. So he's like, yo, DGC, buy me a chick. Bought a chick, sold it, and be like, yeah, I got my Manta style. Not sure that's illegal or not. I don't think so. I don't think there's any tournament rules from against that. But it's somewhat shady business. Somewhat shady business. And I think Roshan has spawned at this point. Yeah, Roshan has spawned. So both team is gonna trying to work on their map advantage. Looks like Scourge is really converging a lot on the Roshan. I'm not too sure whether they could pick off the Roshan before the Sentinel comes, but they have a good chance to. If the roster drops his Serpent Wards, they definitely could. Let's see if they're gonna end up doing that. No, I don't think they can. Yeah, well, actually, I don't know. Sentinel don't have a lot of hero. The roster wards doing a lot of damage. Yeah, I definitely think they could pick off the tower fairly easily, the Roshan fairly easily before the Sentinel team all come. They really need a Blink Black Hole and Blink Requiem, so they do have both spells off cooldown, but they just don't have the avenue of initiation to do so. And Chao Shaman picks up the Aegis once again. I gotta think at this point maybe the Necrolite picking up might not be bad either. But Necrolite's so tank. He has Pipe, Vanguard, and Scepter, so that's a lot of HP. A lot of HP. And I think with the Aegis, once again, I think the Nirvana China team is going to be pushed by Starsboba. Starsboba recognizing that they're playing under a clock. Even though the Starsboba have the mid-game superiority that they're fully enjoying right now. Once this Morphling finishes Manta Style, which I believe he has right now, I want to say. Yep, he does right now finish the Manta Style. And once the Manta Style finish, and I think he's probably gonna go for a Butterfly or a Scotty. Scotty's the more likely choice in this case. Yeah, but once he finishes the Scotty, it's gonna be a little bit harder to defend here, as we see. Oh, ultimate going from Levine, then Blink ultimate coming on. That's exactly what the Nirvana China needed. And wow, nice ultimate coming from Earthshaker. Did not cancel the Black Hole though. They did force the Aegis being used from the Rasa here. Yafet's doing whatever damage he can, which is not too much at this point here. At the end of the fight, let's see who end up ahead. 2 for 2 at this point, but they did lose. They did lose the Morphling and no buyback from the Morphling. So Sentinel a little bit in trouble. They keep losing the Morphling. Morphling keep forcing to use the buyback. Again, over aggression in my opinion from the Morphling there. Without his BKB just waveforming in most circumstances that will work, but definitely not against this amount of stun coming from Starsboba here. These Vietnamese boys are showing that they could play Dota just as well as the Chinese boys. And oh my god, TIE Hunter might be in a little bit of trouble. No, Kraken Shell. Kraken Shell is just too imba of a spell. And maybe Scourge staying a little bit longer than they're welcoming. Oh, Blink going for Yafet. Oh wow, this is the Yafet we know. Blocking the stun with his BKB, getting killed right out of it, and a smart TP from Sosun, recognizing all 4 stuns, or all 18 stuns from Sentinel has already been used, TPing out fairly safely here, and is going to find some farm at the bottom lane. Yeah, one thing I do worry about Scourge is that as this game progresses on, a lot of their intelligence hero will not scale too terribly well. Lion doesn't scale too well, especially when you don't have a Blink Dagger 32 minutes in. Really need that Blink Dagger, Blink and BKB line quick. And Rasta doesn't scale too well. Serpent Wards is going to be more and more ineffective as the game goes on. And I think Necrolite is going to go for his Hex. He will not finish that. I thought he did. And Sentinel looking forward to do some pushing. Look at those amount of illusions going on that one tower. They're not doing too much damage because they're illusion at this point. But later on the game, as these heroes get more and more stats, they're gonna hurt even more and more and more. One thing I like to notice, like to point out, is that Scourge pretty good against a Morphling. One thing about Morphling Replicate is that no matter how tough that Replicate image is, all you have to do to kill it is just to hex it. And Sentinel already have 2 hex coming from the Rasa and Line, and it won't surprise me at all if Necrolite goes for that 3rd hex. So they would have so much hex. But they gotta keep in mind that once the BKB is finished on the Sentinel arsenal, they might be in a huge trouble. It's kind of a debilitating item to the Scourge team. And you can see that Scourge, sensing a little bit of urgency, still continue to push the mid lane, but they really need Earthshaker to do so. Earthshaker BOT, wow, what a farm Earthshaker BOT and a Buckler. So he's probably gonna go for a Mecha, which is quite odd. A Mecha on Earthshaker, but then Mecha not on a Necrolite. I guess that'll work. Like he's forcing to get more carry oriented items, such as the Scepter here. Tinder going in ahead to kind of try to ward off BKB ultimate. Oh, nice ward trap, but not really trapping anything. And Rasa a little bit trouble, and those wards wasted. But keep in mind the BKB on the Nevermore is wasted. I have to say the BKB on Nevermore is a lot more important than the Rasa wards at this point, because that means he won't. That means Yafet won't be able to get off a free ultimate easily, like uncontested kind of thing. They're gonna focus on the Necrolite. I think that is gonna be a bad choice here. A Fisher kind of warding off the Enigma, and Sven is gonna be picked off by the Maledict. So kind of a war attrition is not faring well for the Sentinel team at this point. Being able to Scourge having a lot of AoE healing. Look at that Death Pulse and the Voodoo Restoration